day one of Evo because coming up next, we have a great reveal from Nickelodeon. Check it out.
Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go. You already know the vibes. There's no audio. Good.
We're taking a look at some of the exciting new mechanics
It's
in
H-Box.
Nickelodeon
Wow.
All-Star Brawl 2. To start, let's take a look at some of the completely new ways Nick Brawl 2
They got
handles
H-Box to do.
movement.
Wow.
Movement in Nick Brawl 2 is now fully analog, meaning you can walk and run. And you can also aim some moves in any direction available to a control stick. It's also worth mentioning
Analog
that,
inputs.
yes, tap jump is now an option. And you're able to set
Okay.
custom profiles with your name
So
tag.
people can stop complaining about tap jump.
Rolling, spot dodging, and air dodging are now all available. There's also two types of air dodging. There's the neutral air dodge, which keeps your current momentum, and the directional air dodge, which pushes you towards whatever direction you're holding. Each of these techniques has a little bit of invincibility to help you
So spot
run away,
dodge, rolls, air dodge.
opponent's attacks, or even slip in a counter attack. Just keep in mind, you can't act instantly out of these options. And yes, with air dodging, that also means wave dashing is back, baby.
Alright, confirmed. It doesn't look like it goes very far, but...
The rock, paper, scissors mechanic is gone.
RPS is dead.
Light and strong attacks are here to stay.
RPS is dead!
Including new horizontal directions. Strong attacks are what you'd expect. Stronger than your regular light attacks and usually quite a bit slower.
You can charge.
You charge both on the ground
Charge.
and in the air, and they still reflect projectiles. As for light aerial attacks, you now have 5 total options: up, down, forward, backward, and
Back airs.
blocking has also been changed. While blocking, you can get still pushed around and even go into a teeter if you get pushed to the ledge. But now you can only block a limited amount of damage and for a limited amount of time.
Okay, so we actually have shields.
Bursts, leaving you
And
wide
shield
open for an
stun.
attack. If you also manage to start blocking just as you're about to get hit with an attack, you'll flash blue and hear an audio cue
So
that lets
parries.
you know that you just performed a parry. When that happens, you suffer no block stun and no block push from your opponent's attack and can act.
Parries are... That's huge.
And now the biggest addition to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2.
Also fairs and
the
bears, yeah.
Slime meter. Build up your slime meter during your match by hitting your opponent to enhance your attacks, movement, combo game, and more.
Okay, so you get it by hitting.
The first ways to use slime is by spending one of the 3 available bars to enhance your special attacks. SpongeBob, for instance, normally blows 1 measly, tiny, innocent bubble. But if you enhance it with slime, he blows 3 much more powerful individual bubbles. That can assist
Oh, I
you
wonder
in
how
space
Garf is going to handle the
while
slime
challenging
meter.
your opponent. Feel like Patrick's neutral special needs a little more oomph? Try spending some meter on it. Maybe your up special just won't quite reach the ledge. Bummer. That's
Wow, that goes so high.
all special moves in the game have a powerful slime version.
He goes so high. His recovery's so long.
Slime Burst is another use of slime that can help you out on defense. If you're getting comboed mercilessly or about to go flying out of the ring, you can do a Slime Burst to stop all of your momentum and knock your opponents away.
Wow.
It can definitely be worth using to break out of a combo or hang on to a stock for a little
Okay,
bit
so it's
longer.
also defensive
Just
option.
keep in mind, it costs 2 whole bars, and there's plenty of
2
other
bars,
powerful
okay.
defensive options available with slime as well. One of those powerful options is the super attack. If you manage to build up all 3 bars, you can unleash your super as an easy way to ring out any opponents you might catch.
So they're ults, okay.
5%. Everyone's got a totally
Basically
unique
ults.
animation to their super. So definitely be sure to check those out and let us know which one is your absolute favorite. Slime is altogether the key to becoming a master.
Yeah,
of Brawl 2.
that seems really
What
important.
we just mentioned only scratches the surface of how you'll be using it. Once you're comfortable with basics, it's time to get into some of the more advanced techniques.
Advanced?
For all you sweaty players out there, slime canceling is another powerful
Slime
option
canceling.
and its applications are only limited by your creativity. Instead of spending a bar to enhance an attack, you can use it to cancel an attack.
What?
Basically, instead of having to wait for the rest of your attack recovery, you
Slime
can do a slime
cancel.
and then, well, do anything you want. If your opponent is nearby and tumbling from a recent attack, they'll momentarily freeze next to you, allowing you to line up your next attack, maybe take a quick breath, and keep the combo going. Something important to keep in mind, though, is that your next attack won't be quite as powerful as it would be after doing a slime cancel. So those potentially powerful combo finishers and strong attacks might not always be the
Okay,
best
I think
options
that's
to go
good.
for after a slime cancel. Slime canceling can also come in handy if you miss an attack or are just short of the ledge when trying to recover. Tired of using your legs? Want to get close to your opponent faster? How about using slime to turn your air dodge into a much faster air dash that you can immediately
air dash is back with slime. Okay.
Barely squeeze out a combo finisher where you otherwise might not be able to get one. Just keep in mind, you're not invincible like you would be with an air dodge. So don't just go throwing yourself at your opponent, expecting to hit them every single time.
So air dashes are back, just with slime.
Just foolish. So those are some of the core mechanics to look out for in Nickelodeon.
This game is so different.
Exploring the ways to play, especially with the all-new
Oh my god.
For a slightly more in-depth look at the characters themselves, keep an eye out for the upcoming character spotlights, where we dive into everyone's all-new movesets, game plans, and quirks.
Wow, this game is so different. What is happening? Wait. Is that Karen? Oh my god, it's Plankton!
Let's do this!
He's so big!
Get back here!
He's so big!
Sheldon!
Holy shit!
Karen, make ready! Hello, suckers!
Why is he so... He's bigger than Reptar. Oh my god.
Those were some great reveals, but I have to say, there's nothing better than free burritos. You heard it correctly from me, because
Oh my
over the course of
god.
this
There's a lot to unpack there. Okay. There's a lot to unpack with this. So let's let's I guess I just want to make sure I'm not going to miss anything else. Okay, so okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. So let's talk. let's talk about this. If we can go back to okay, here we go.
No money whatsoever. So all of this happened is extra and it's beautiful, but
Also aim at some of the
Okay, so
new ways Nick Brawl
yeah, so movement is analog now, which means that we have access to more directions than we did before.
Movement is now fully analog.
Yeah.
Meaning you can walk and run. And you can also aim some moves in any direction available to a control stick. It's also worth mentioning that
So tap jump.
Tap jump is now
People have been wanting tap jump forever. Personally, I don't really care about tap jump. I don't plan on using it, but people can stop asking for tap jump because it's a thing now.
and you're able to set custom profiles.
Custom profiles with name tag is
When it
big.
comes to defense, rolling, spot dodging, and air dodging are now all available.
Okay, so that is important because that was one of the big issues with Nick Brawl, especially in the beginning, was if your opponent was plus on shield with certain moves, there really wasn't much you could do. Specifically with fast moves that were plus on shield. So like Sandy Jab, for example, and that's even still a problem now. Is like, what do you do? You know, you can yellow shield it, but then, you know, you're just gambling at that point about getting a move out faster than her next jab is going to come out. And the only option was to parry. Whereas now, I think this is actually good. So, along with the fact...
There's also two types of air dodging. There's the neutral air dodge,
Yeah.
which keeps your current momentum, and the directional air dodge, which pushes you towards whatever direction you're holding.
And of course,
Each
this
of these
means
techniques has a
wave
little
dashing is
benefits.
back. But let's talk about the shielding real quick, because the shield now being not infinite, but you have spot dodge rolls and air dodge, I think is going to free the game up a little bit to be a little bit less hectic and kind of mashy in a way, because now your opponent has other options to deal with. And I think it gives the developers a little bit more leeway to deal with things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives the developers more room in order to play around with stuff and another way for moves to be countered. You know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to just, okay, yeah, shield is infinite, so you just shield. But if your opponent has a really annoying and oppressive move, you're kind of out of options. Whereas now it's like, okay, we can make these moves that are good because you can spot dodge, you know, you can roll, and kind of get out of it. So I think that'll also make certain RTCs like a little bit less good.
To help you run away and dodge your opponent's attacks, or even slip in a counter attack. Just keep in mind, you can't act instantly out of these options. And yes.
And now I
air
wonder, with air dodging being the way it is, I wonder.
That also means wave dashing is back, baby.
Okay, so it looks like it's kind of the same way it worked in the other game, where you can kind of just press them at the same time. So we're not going to have to grind out these like frame perfect wave dash stuff.
Just keep in mind.
It doesn't seem like there's as much, like, you don't slide as far.
Dodging, that also means wave dashing is back, baby.
But I mean, if you swing, you can chain them together. I'm sure you can still move.
From Nick Brawl 1, the rock paper scissors mechanic is gone.
Okay, so I am so happy that RPS is gone, because this is not Nick Brawl related, right?
Hello? Perfect. I think this is happening. Hello, I'm Seth Killian. I'm here with Mena RD. Only two-time Cup.
Yeah, no. Okay. So thank God that RPS is gone, because I've been talking about RPS with different people from the community, and I think RPS is a really, really cool idea that had some unfortunate unintended consequences. And the biggest one, in my opinion, was certain moves being way better than they should be in situations that they shouldn't be good in. And the big one for that is a ladder combo going up and up and up, and then your opponent has this big active snare, strong neutral air, and then they just get out of it for free, basically, because they RPS your strong up air, your finisher. And obviously the answer to that would be don't overextend and don't try fake combos, which is fair, but it's, a move like Patrick's Snare or Cat Dog Snare doesn't need to be better than it already is as an offensive tool. And so to have another layer where it's even better as a defensive tool is annoying. The good thing about RPS was that it made certain moves less spammable. Like, you can't just spam Snare in neutral because your opponent could just strong down you. So I think that was really, really cool. But with dodging, rolling, with spot dodging and rolling, and air dodging, I think it'll be less of a problem, because we now have more ways to deal with it. Your opponent tries to spam snare at you, and you can just roll under it and counterattack.
But light and strong attacks are here to stay, including new horizontal directions. Strong attacks are what you'd expect. Stronger than your regular light attacks.
So strongs and lights are back. So charging is really, really cool. I think this adds a really, really interesting layer to the game. I'm really excited to see people hitting fully charged strong attacks.
On the ground and in the air, and they still reflect projectiles. As for light aerial attacks, you now have 5 total options: up, down, forward.
Yeah, so we now have all of the moves. So we have up light, down light, forward light, back air. So we have up, down, fair, bear, nair. Up there, up air, down air, forward air, back air, nair.
Backward, and neutral. Blocking has also been changed.
So I wonder if that means we're going to have forward tilt and jab. Probably, I would imagine. Forward tilts, jabs, and then obviously your up tilt, down tilt.
While blocking, you can get still pushed around and even go into a teeter if you get pushed to the ledge. But now, you can only block a limited amount of damage.
So I think that this visual might need to be changed a little bit, because it's kind of hard to tell how bad the shield, how low your shield is getting, because you have this outward thing. And maybe that's intentional. Maybe it's intentional by the devs to say, hey, it might be a little bit hard to see how low your shield is getting. Don't just hold shield. Because you're gonna get murdered if you do that. And then Teeter is still back, which is cool. I like Teeter a lot. Teeter's pretty hyped too. It means, you know, you can't just stand in a corner and shield.
Before your bubble bursts, leaving the
And
wide
shield
open
stun.
for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. So
If you also manage to start blocking,
that's really important. I think that's really cool. Give us more defensive options, but make it so you can't just hold it.
you'll flash blue and hear an audio cue that lets you know.
And so it seems like this is just timed now. Since RPS is gone, you don't have to hold the direction of the attack. It's a timing thing.
No block stun and no block push from
So.
the opponent's attack and can act immediately. And now the biggest
And so
addition to
yeah, this
Nickelodeon
is
All-Star Brawl
huge.
2,
Slime
the
meter.
slime
Like,
meter. Build up your slime meter during your match by hitting your opponent to enhance your attacks, movement, combo game, and more. One of the first
it's
ways to
crazy. The
slime
slime meter management is going to be huge in this game. It's going to determine who's good and who's not.
normally blows one
As far as like players are concerned. Like if you can knock down, if you can get your slime meter management down,
he blows 3 much more powerful, individually threatening bubbles that can assist you in controlling space and locking down.
so your specials can be.
Feel like Patrick's neutral
upgraded
special
with-
needs a little more oomph? Try
He has like Zelda neutral special. Actually, now I just realized that he's like Zelda neutral, neutral B.
Space and locking down your opponent. Feel like Patrick's neutral special needs a little more oomph? Try spending some meter on it. Maybe your
Zelda
special
neutral B.
just won't quite
He already goes so far. Like, look how high he goes with that. He recovers forever.
That's also a great time to use your meter. All special moves in the game have a powerful slime version to
Which his recovery is still exploitable, so I think it's important that it's so far. But he goes so far.
One. Slime Burst is another use of slime that can help you out on defense. If you're getting comboed mercilessly or about to go flying out of the ring, you can do a Slime Burst to stop all of your momentum and knock your opponent's
Yeah, so that's kind of like Rushdown Revolt. That's like Spark.
It can definitely be worth using to break out of a combo or hang on to a stock for a little bit
It
longer.
costs 2
Just
meters, so it's
remember,
going to be
it costs
interesting
2 whole bars, and there's plenty of other powerful
as a
burst
combo
combos
breaker.
available with slime as well. One of those powerful options is the super attack.
Yeah, so we were kind of debating on whether or not this would be tournament legal, and I imagine that supers are not going to be tournament legal, or competitive
So
legal.
definitely be sure to check those out and let us know which one is your absolute favorite. Slime is altogether the key to becoming a
Yeah, it
master.
seemed like it. That's for damn sure.
What we just mentioned only scratches the surface of how you'll be using it. Once you're comfortable with basics, it's time to get into some of the more advanced techniques.
Yeah, so slime,
For all you sweaty players out there, slime canceling is another powerful
slime
option
canceling.
you can
Yeah,
start
so
using.
you immediately
Its
cancel.
applications are only limited by your creativity.
So I wonder if
Instead of
dash
spending a
attack
bar to enhance an
canceling
attack, you can use it to cancel an attack. What does that mean? Basically,
is
instead of
gone
wasting
without
the rest of your
slime.
attack recovery, you can do a slime cancel, and then, well, do anything you want. If your opponent is nearby and tumbling from recent attack, they'll momentarily freeze next. And
What
instead of
is
having to wait for
this
the
move?
rest of your attack recovery, you can do a slime cancel, and then, well, do anything you want. If your opponent is nearby and tumbling from
It's
recent
like a
attack,
forward B.
they'll momentarily freeze next to you, allowing you to line up your next
Jesus.
attack, maybe take a quick breath, and keep the combo going. Something important to keep in mind, though, is that your next attack won't be quite as powerful as it
Which
would
I
be
think is
after doing a slime cancel.
important.
So those potentially powerful combo finishers and strong attacks might not
Yeah,
always
so
be
it
the best
seems
options to
like-
go for after a slime cancel. Slime canceling can also come in handy if you miss an attack or
It seems like they did that to make it so like you can't just touch of death your opponent with a slime cancel. So I actually think that's a good thing.
are just short.
I
of
think
ledge
not
when trying to
having
recover.
the attack be as
Tired of
strong
using
is
your
definitely a
legs?
good thing.
Want to get close to your opponent faster? How about using slime to turn your air dodge into a much faster air dash?
So this is cool that air dashing is still in the game.
This is a great way to break through your opponent's defenses or
with
just
slime.
barely
I think
squeeze out
that's
a combo
awesome.
finisher where you otherwise might not
You
be
go
able to
so
get. Just
fast.
keep in mind, you're not.
Look how fast you go.
This is a great way to break through your opponent's defenses or just
Look
barely
how fast
squeeze
you
out
go
a combo
horizontally.
finisher where you otherwise might not be able to
Wow.
get. Just keep in mind, you're not invincible like you would be with an air dodge. So don't just go throwing yourself at your opponent, expecting to hit them every single time. That's just foolish. So, those are
So
some of the
cool.
core mechanics to
So
look out for
I
in
am
Nickelodeon
actually
All-Star Brawl 2.
really
Hopefully,
excited
all
for these
folks
changes.
are
I
ways to
think
play, especially with the all-new slime meter. For a slightly more in-depth look at the characters themselves,
Danny,
keep an
Aang,
eye out for
Squid.
the upcoming character spotlights. where we dive into everyone's
April.
all new movesets, game plans, and quirks. Thanks for watching.
Let's watch this Plankton reveal one more time. Freaking Karen and Plankton, dude. Are you serious?
Let's do this.
Look how big he is. Look how big he is.
Get back here. Don't call me Sheldon.
Sheldon. Oh, a tether grab? Was that a tether grab? Look, he hits him up. He's gonna hit him up, up,
Call me Sheldon.
up, up. Yeah, a tether grab. Oh my god.
Get ready.
He's fighting Jimmy Neutron, fighting Reptar. Also, it looks like characters have unique shielding animations still. Like, look at Reptar when he's shielding here. That's very different than SpongeBob's shield animation.
Oh, suckers.
Grabbing him and shield. Up B to like a slime cancel up air. Oh my god. This game looks so good. Dude, it's entirely different, but I think all of this is so good so far. The only change I'm kind of sad about is air dashing being a slime meter thing, because I just love like the crackhead speed of Naz V1, but I think it makes sense, you know, slow it down a little bit. Happy that RPS is gone. I think RPS is a really, really cool mechanic, but now that we have options to deal with stuff other than, you know, hold shield and parry, I think it's fine. Analog movement is cool. It's going to take a little bit getting used to because I'm a scrub, and so I've been babied by the fact that I don't have to worry about tilting to walk versus run, but I'm just going to have to worry and learn about that, so just going to have to get used to that. But otherwise, like, dude, this game looks so good. I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the stream, and oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. It looks so freaking good, dude. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys again next time.